worker, and who's the poor little lady who's just died? The boys. Sorry? Oh, you better cut that.
I'll cut it out, don't worry.
Yeah. Who's he talking about?
Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. As you can see, I'm joined by my granddad Mick Clark, who's very well known in the showing world, and some people like him, I suppose some people probably don't like him. But I'm here to ask him a few questions about what he thinks about showing and some questions that people on my Instagram have asked me to ask him and his opinions on things.
Can I just say one thing before you start asking me questions, Georgia? Can I just say hello to all my showing friends on the showing circuit. Look forward to seeing you all when we are out and about again, and especially all the England team members. Miss you terribly. Look forward to seeing you. Thank you.
And also I must say, if you hear any clattering and banging, my nan is washing everything in her kitchen behind me and doesn't know how to be quiet, so I apologise for any clattering and banging. Right, so your first question, what is a horse or pony you wished Mum or I could have had?
Oh, it's probably an hard question because you've both had very, very successful ponies between the two of you, and in Mum's case horses as well. So I suppose in Mum's case we never particularly had a very nice 14-hander. So I was
14-hand worker.
Worker, yeah, very nice 14-hand worker. So it would have probably been Dowland's Red Ember, who was a very good 14-hand worker, and I'm sure it was Claire Dyson who owned it. So in Mum's case, probably that's the one I would go for. In your case, same again with workers. You've had such good workers, all lights. So I suppose I might go for a show hunter. 13-hand show hunter, bred by a very, very good friend of mine, and I miss him terribly, Chris Willett. Master Fredericks? Roden Master Fredericks. So I was, just off the top of my head, they would probably be the two that I would go for, rather than the ones we had ourselves anyway. It was all superb ponies, so no complaints about any of them.
Okay, next question. How has showing changed over the years?
Oh dear. Well, I'm a bit of a dinosaur when it comes to that. Certainly there's not as many in the classes as there used to be years ago. Half the amount or a third of the amount in some of them. Whether people these days can't afford the showing, I don't really know. So I would, not so many in the classes, and too many classes going on these days. I mean, when we very first started with Sam, it was just workers and show ponies. Didn't even have show hunters or anything else at all. I just find one of the things I'm not overly keen on these days is the too many classes at the champs and the evening performances. I think they go on too long. I think you can have evening performances for championships, but to just pick winners out of that. I know the younger children like to dress up and all that, but I just think it takes up far too much time, and I think the young kids are out too late of an evening. So that's my groan.
Okay. Do you think there are nicer ponies now than there were when you first started showing?
Certainly not in workers. No, nowhere near. I would say we're coming down to almost getting towards almost half the quality of what the workers used to be years ago. Remember going back in Sam's case when we was doing workers, certainly down south in the 15-handers, you had our St Lawrence Turton who was just as good a show hunter as worker, done just as successful. Young Dragonara, good, excellent worker, show hunter and small riding horse, and Tin Soldier. So in that case, I don't think the workers are quite as good these days. I don't think they got the confirmation, because when they lowered the confirmation marks on the workers, it seemed to take the standards down quite a bit. Flat classes, I would say perhaps they're better these days. some of the flat ponies, certainly looking at the old pictures of old show ponies of years ago, I would say they're perhaps a better class these days. Yeah.
What's a trend nowadays you really don't like? So a way people turn their horses out, how they go, something you don't like?
I think the hundreds of plaits they seem to have these days, I can't see why that's so necessary. And the shaving of the tails rather than pulling of the tails. And I think these days they tend to have the tails shorter than they used to. So I really, yeah, and sort of, not quite so much last season, but before then, it's this 100 mile an hour trotting across the middle of taking the ponies out of their natural stride of floating across the middle. They seem to be pushed at 100 miles an hour, and it's a personal thing. I didn't like it so much.
Yeah, they're flying out with their front legs and just dragging their
yeah,
back
they're
ends
not
and actually using their back end.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your favourite day showing you've ever had?
Favourite day? Oh God, I've had so many. I'll be here for another hour explaining it all to you. In Sam's case, I would say it's probably our tap of Catalpa when she won Oys and went champion. And also she had a dub with jog on, Pantomime's jog on. She won the workers and was reserve champion, and won the ridden and was champion. So, you know, and plus loads of others as well, but they was probably, and of course when she got in the England team, I was a very, very proud dad. And in your case, well, it's got to be Walkley Celebration, when he won the 12-hound show hunter and went champion show hunter, which was fairly unusual for the little ones. I know they had bidden, but there hadn't been many little ones winning the championships, and in the following year winning the first ridden as well and being reserve champion. Yeah, very proud times. And of course, lately with you being in the England team, you made your granddad very proud of you.
What's the worst day showing you've ever had?
We're very lucky, really. I can't honestly say we've had that many bad days. But in Sam's case, I would say it's probably last year in 15-handers when she was in the England team, workers, and she got eliminated. So that was a very low point in our showing career, but it does happen. But I think on the same day she was actually second in the show hunters, so swings and roundabouts. And I think in your case we went to see a Connemara, and we drove to see this Connemara we wanted to buy.
On the way to a show?
On the way to a show. We was going to a show, but we was going to see this Connemara on the way there. And when we was leaving to go to the show, which was at Berry Farm, I think, Auntie Pat had an accident in her car and smashed her car up. So the lady who was looking at the Connemara took us to Berry Farm, and it was all this messed around, and Georgia, all this playing around and everything, got on her 13-hander she was riding at the time, went in and got dumped at the first jump.
Well, no,
so
he jumped the first jump.
He jumped the first jump and then bucked her off afterwards, yeah. So that was a pretty bad day, actually, yeah.
That was the only class we went for as well.
That was the only class we went for as well, yeah, yeah.
Okay, what do you think showing will be like in the future?
Oh, I don't really know if I could answer that. You just don't know. I mean, it's changed so much from when we first started. A lot of it for the better, some of it not for the better. So we just hope they carry on in the trend they're going in now, and let's hope we get more people coming back and filling the classes up again like they used to be.
Who do you most admire in the showing world?
Who do I most admire? Well, going back in the dark old ages, when we first started, in ponies, it would have probably been Alan King. I always used to ask him questions, and he was very good at answering me and giving me good tips, and all round. And I used to very, very much admire Jane Anke watching her practice and jump the ponies. And I suppose in horses, it would have been Roger Stack, who lived local to us, who used to give us some advice on the horses, and probably Stella, who started us off, Stella Harries, who started off with show ponies and everything. I mean, loads of people you ask advice and get advice. There's one lady, and I just can't think of her name at the moment. Perhaps my wife might have been. Charles Le Monaghan's wife. Hilary Waffen. She was very good when we had our first small hunter. Sorry, Hilary. Very, very good indeed. She gave us loads and loads of advice.
Anybody else, that's it?
Well, there's loads of other people really, but I just can't. It's very hard to think of. I think everybody, if you ask questions, they give you advice. Everybody's quite nice, and I think in Mum's days in the ponies, I used to love watching. Oh God, I'm getting so old and forgetful. What's his name of the show ponies? The producer.
Colin Rose.
Colin Rose. I used to really enjoy watching Colin Rose lunging the ponies, and he could lunge two at the same time and everything. A very clever man, and of course my very, very good friend I miss terribly, who always gave me good advice, Chris Willett. I mean, on the showing circuit he was my very best friend, and I do miss him.
Okay, who do you think will be a star of the future, whether it be in showing or they go into another discipline and do well in that?
Oh, star of future, well, of course the BSPS have had quite a few, haven't they? Charlotte Dujardin must obviously be the most famous, gold medal in the Olympics.
She's already a star though, so
yeah, she is a star. Yeah, I'm saying what the BSPS has had.
Oh, okay.
She's a superstar. The Osborne boy, I think, become a very good. Jamie Osborne become a very good jockey.
And Safi Osborne as well.
And Safi Osborne's doing well, yeah. So lots of the BSPS, and I think, I may be wrong in saying this, I think William Fox Pitt used to do workers when he was younger. So, you know, very famous people. On today...
Very good grounding.
Good ground, yeah. So the BSPS, yeah, very good grounding. Today, if I had to pick one person, and I think there's absolutely loads of fantastic kids around, especially you, I think it's got to be Chloe Lemieux. I've watched her since she was much younger, and she improves every year, and I think she's got the opportunities to go on and be an absolute superstar. So good luck, Chloe.
Okay, what is your favourite class to watch and your favourite show?
My favourite class to watch would be lead range show hunters. I mean, I love all the workers, but one of my very favourite classes would be the lead range show hunters. I suppose because I've done it myself with Georgia when she was little on Monty, so I really do enjoy that. And all the workers, as I say, I enjoy the workers more than anything really, but yeah. So
what's your favourite show?
Favourite show? I think it's got to be the International, without a shadow of a doubt. One, it's reasonably close to us, and I just think the atmosphere in the working pony courses is outstanding. And I would definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, say the International.
Okay. So why do you prefer Royal International to Horse of the Year show?
I just find Horse of the Year show too much of a rat race, walking up and down all day long. It's only certain times you can work in, and I find the jumping area for the workers, to me, is quite dangerous.
Yeah, it's very tight.
I find that ridiculous.
The warm-up, you mean?
The warm-up, yeah, the warm-up. In the warm-up before you jump. I find that very dangerous. Not very nice. So, and I just particularly, it's not one of my favourite shows. Obviously, you we've done well there and we've had some very good results.
You've done better at Horse of the Year.
We've done better at the Horse of the Year show, and we have international, much better, but I still prefer the international.
And your classes are really early as well.
Always classes there. Your last one,
Yeah.
quarter to 7 in the
Barney,
morning.
the riding horse, was at 7:15 in the morning.
I just find it a bit too much. The nightlife's pretty good there, but I'm not so keen on the showing.
Okay. So how has the judging changed since you first started showing?
How has the judging changed?
Obviously, you didn't used to be on marks.
No, I found it much better in the older days because you didn't have marks and it was just on the judge's opinion. So you never sort of had, you couldn't go back and look at the marks and thought you was hard done by. You just took it that you won the class or you were second, third or whatever, or never got placed, and you accepted it. I think these days with the marks you tend to go back and study them, and you know I don't like. I mean, perhaps in the workers you know, you need them, but I don't see why you need marks in flat classes. You know, I used to enjoy it much better when if there was 2 lines, you do your show. If you didn't do a good show, they put you in the back line, so you knew what you'd done wrong. You know, so.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what is something you would change about showing nowadays?
Change about showing. I don't know if there's a lot you would. I'd certainly change the too many classes at the championships. I think there's too much going on, and I think some of the prestige classes are just they blend in with everything else, and you could just be at a show and you don't realise you're at your top championship show of the year, and it's too much running around, too much going on. And yeah, no, if I changed that, I mean, I know the BSBS need to earn money, I can understand that. And they got to make money because it's so costly to run things. But personally, I just think there's too much going on, too many classes that have got no meaning to them.
Okay, and what has been your funniest showing memory?
Funniest? Oh God.
Mum's got a very good one.
Yeah, no, I've shown myself up quite a few times. I suppose the funniest would have been when we was at Stoney years ago at the Winter Championships. It's before Sam was married or anything, and it was late one night and the boys had obviously been out and had too much to drink, the younger lads, and they was running along the sort of the hallway of where we were staying, shouting and screaming and making a lot of noise, and I went running out there after them to tell them to be quiet, and didn't realise that I just had me little red jockey pants on really tight and a big gold medallion hanging round my neck on a chain. So had there been videos in these days, I reckon that could have been very funny, and when I do see the boys who was involved, they always remind me of it and say, you did look a bit of a snake, Mr. Clark.
There's that advert that I imagine you looked like. What's the advert?
Oh,
was it? Yeah, Southern Comfort or something,
beach.
and there was the man walking along the beach in his little Speedos with his gold medallion and his big fat belly.
Yeah, that's it, in a little, not Speedos, but little jockey pants and bright red and a gold medallion hanging around me neck. So it's a shame we haven't got a video of it, I'm sure you'd all have a really good laugh.
Okay, so that's all my questions. Thank you all for watching.
Can I just say one other thing? I must mention George's godmother, Pip Baker-Bill, because without Pip we would have never had Walkley Celebration, who certainly has been one of almost our most famous pony and done brilliant for us. So thank you very much indeed, Pip. Look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you. Bye everybody.
Yeah, so
bye.
Thank you all for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and I've got lots more people that I can interview in the family, so if that's something you'd like to see, then we can do that. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you soon.